Welcome to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market breakdowns. Today, July 21st, 2025, we're going to provide a comprehensive analysis of BTCUSD, looking at both the latest news and what the charts are telling us. Starting with the daily chart, we can see Bitcoin has been on an impressive run, recently pushing into uncharted territory. Current market sentiment is overwhelmingly bullish, with news outlets like Invest reporting Bitcoin surging 11% to $118,000, targeting even $137,000 on a bull pennant breakout. This aligns with other reports stating Bitcoin's price around $116,922 just a few hours ago, confirming its new all-time high status. Institutional adoption continues to be a major theme. MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor is signaling further Bitcoin buys, pushing their stash to over $71 billion. The inclusion of Block, a company with indirect Bitcoin exposure, in the S&P 500 index also highlights increasing mainstream financial integration. Now, let's zoom in on the daily chart's performance over the last year to better understand its trajectory. Since finding a strong bottom around the $49,000 to $54,000 range in August 2024, Bitcoin initiated a significant uptrend, steadily climbing through the end of 2024. We saw prices break past the psychological $100,000 mark in December 2024, a level that has since acted as a new foundational support. While there have been notable pullbacks, such as the drop to approximately $80,000 in March 2025, these have consistently been met with strong buying pressure. The recent news of a large minor sell-off, moving 16,000 BTC to exchanges, could explain some of the larger red candles we observed, for instance, in mid-April 2025. But the overall bullish momentum quickly absorbed that supply. This long-term perspective suggests that dips are viewed by large players as buying opportunities, reinforcing the underlying strength of the asset. The current surge has propelled Bitcoin beyond previous resistance levels, making $115,000 the immediate support zone to watch. Transitioning to the 15-minute chart, we can examine the very recent price action leading up to today, July 21st, 2025. Notice the sustained upward momentum from July 18th into the weekend, confirming the strong bullish sentiment reported in the news. The latest candles show Bitcoin hovering around the $117,000 to $118,000 range, solidifying the new all-time high. The tight consolidation witnessed in these smaller timeframes indicates strong demand and a willingness of buyers to accumulate at these elevated prices. Short-term support can be identified near the $117,000 mark, with deeper support at $116,410, the low of yesterday's trading session. For traders looking for quick entries, observing how price interacts with these immediate support levels on high volume could present opportunities. A breakout above $118,500 would signal further upside potential in the very short term. Now, let's take a look at the one-hour chart to understand medium-term price behavior, keeping in mind that the available data for this time frame concludes early July 2025. Despite the data not extending to today's current prices, this chart provides valuable insights into typical hourly volatility and swing points. For example, around July 2nd, we saw Bitcoin consolidate in the $107,000 to $109,000 range after a strong push, showcasing how price can find temporary equilibrium before resuming a trend or reversing. Observing volume on these hourly charts can often confirm the strength of a move or warn of potential reversals. High volume on green candles, as seen in early July on this chart, often indicates strong buying interest, while large red candles with high volume could signal profit-taking or increased selling pressure. Understanding these shorter-term movements helps in timing entries and exits, even if the absolute price levels are now outdated due to Bitcoin's rapid ascent. Always be mindful of the data's recency and always cross-reference across different timeframes for a complete picture. Returning to the daily chart, let's recap the key price levels and discuss the outlook for BTCUSD. The primary bullish drivers include sustained institutional accumulation, positive macro narratives, and the breaking of previous all-time highs, signaling strong market confidence. The near-term target for Bitcoin, as suggested by some analysts, is $125,000, with an ambitious target of $137,000 if the bull pennant breakout materializes. A breakout above $119,000 with confirming volume would highly reinforce the likelihood of these higher targets, perhaps 70% likely if sustained. However, a potential bearish scenario involves a significant pullback due to profit-taking, especially after such a rapid ascent. If Bitcoin fails to hold above the immediate support of $115,000, we could see a retest of the psychological $110,000 level. A more substantial correction might bring price back to the established support around $100,000, which remains a critical line in the sand. This scenario is perhaps 30% likely without major negative catalysts. Long term, as long as Bitcoin stays above $95,000, the overall trend remains firmly bullish, providing a healthy foundation for continued growth. Keep an eye on global economic news, regulatory developments, and institutional announcements, as these often correlate strongly with significant price movements. Finally, always combine your chart analysis with careful risk management, never trading more than you're willing to lose, and stay informed on the dynamic cryptocurrency landscape.